Hello and welcome back to the Cheshire TV show with Ian and Alex Story.
In this week's episode, we went to meet Dave G at the stores in Norley, a small local shop that needs your help. We'll go into that a bit more later on.
And also there's the usual property bits and pieces, including fresh to market, just sold, and another good buy to let deal. Let's go and meet Dave in Norley.
So, hi Dave, we're here at the stores in Norley. I've not been here for a long time. I used to come here and spend my leftover lunch money on sweets, but I can see your range there's got so much on offer now.
Yeah, we try to cater for everybody now. The village is, younger. There's a variety of people in the village now, so we try to cater for everybody.
Yeah, and it's making use of the space as well.
Well, yeah, there is that small shop. You need to just do what you can, really. Stock everything, because people need everything at the end of the day.
Yeah, people just nip in for a few bits and bobs, don't they?
Yeah, but you've got to have all the varieties. Ranging from biscuits to soups to breads to, various different types of breads for different meals and things. So
we were looking at the pies over there, Dave.
They're
really
local
good.
pies. They're Coward's pies. They are the best. We only stock the best.
Yeah,
they are really good pies. So yeah,
trying hard not to.
You use a lot of local suppliers, though, don't you?
Yeah, we have Chatwins. We use Chatwins. We use local farms for our eggs, duck eggs, chicken eggs,
quail eggs. You've got there.
Quail. They're Norley. They're in Norley.
Amazing.
Somebody in Norley rears quail, so we keep their eggs in stock.
So we're here really because we feel that people should support their local village shop more than they do.
Yeah, I think villages need a shop.
Yeah,
they do. Like I say earlier on, we close 2 weeks a year and for our annual holiday, and the village is quiet. It's very, very quiet, and it's like a community centre here. You get people coming for a paper in the morning. Some of them hang around for 20-25 minutes chatting to everybody.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a social centre, really.
Yeah,
it is.
You were saying when people bump into their neighbours and have a chat,
and they live in the same street, and they haven't seen them until they bump into the shop. So, villages need a shop.
Yeah, and so many villages are losing their shops, aren't they?
They are, yeah. We're lucky at the moment. We have been struggling the last 18 months, so the parish council arranged a meeting at the village hall, which obviously got a load of support going, and the business has picked up.
Good.
I think people realise that they can't just keep using home deliveries from supermarkets and things. They've got to use the shop, otherwise it will go.
It will close. And also,
use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. And also,
is the saying.
It's local produce. If you're using, Waitrose or Tesco to deliver your food, you don't get Coward's pies, do you?
No, you don't. No. And the local eggs that we stock, I mean, they're one of the best selling. I mean, we do buy eggs in from other suppliers, but the local ones outsell.
Yeah.
They really do outsell.
They're better tasting, I would think.
Yeah, better tasting. They're fed on better food, I think. Yeah, they are, yeah.
And it's good to know where your produce comes from, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So you were saying before that you're here 7 days a week at the minute.
7 days a week,
2 weeks off in August, so you're grafting.
Yeah.
So people need to come in and support you, Dave.
Yeah, that's it. 2 weeks a year, that's all we have as our annual
holiday.
Leave. Yeah, 7 days a week is hard. About 80 hours a week we do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Which I don't mind.
No.
My choice.
Yeah, of course. of course. So
Sorry,
after you.
I was just going to say, how have you seen consumer habits change then? people are looking more for, local produce and wanting to know
Well,
where.
everybody wants local produce. Everybody wants local produce. I think it's just everyone thinks about the climate now and air miles and carbon footprints and that sort of thing.
Yeah, indeed.
It was on the news recently about Ashton Village wanted to go,
Yeah, I saw that.
carbon footprint free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's on everybody's mind. At the end of the day, it is on everybody's mind. So yeah, we try and stop what we can.
Obviously, you've lived here for quite a long time.
Well,
Dave,
we live next door. We've only
Okay.
actually lived here for about 5 years
Okay.
now. But we used to commute every day from Chester.
Okay.
But no, we've had the shop now for 16 years.
Yeah.
Which is a long time.
Yeah, it is.
And but Norley's lovely.
It's a lovely
It
part
really
of the
is.
world.
The people are really, really nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is. They are. We know everybody that comes in the shop.
Yeah.
It's really
So-
nice knowing everyone by name
It
as well.
is.
Again, you wouldn't get that in
No, you wouldn't know. And and you can chat about where they went on holiday and
Yeah.
um,
It's nice.
what they've been doing at the weekend, and every time they come in, you can follow up the conversation with them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, how did you get on last week? And so on and so on. But yeah, you wouldn't get that in a supermarket.
No, you wouldn't at all, would
No.
you? I know that Alex's dad gets his papers here
That's right.
regularly.
He does, yeah.
And his ham, I've had the ham.
Yeah, and he comes in, and we have a bit of banter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always have a bit of banter, which is great.
Yeah,
That's what
of
you
course
want
it is.
in a little shop. It really is.
Yeah, fab, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, well, it's been really good to meet Dave. Make sure that you're supporting your local shop while you've still got one. Welcome back. That was a really interesting chat there with Dave, and people really should support their local shops more, shouldn't
I
they?
really hope they can turn it around. I know the market is very difficult at the moment, isn't it, with everyone using the bigger supermarkets rather than the smaller stores.
There was an interesting fact that I heard that if local people just spent another £10 a week,
Then it could survive.
then it would transform his business,
Yeah.
and it would be great for the village.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Let's hope he, continues to do better. So now, Cheshire landlords, it's time for another good buy-to-let deal. Cheshire buy-to-let landlords. I'm out and about again looking for good buy-to-let deals for your portfolio. Today, I'm on Huxley Street in Castle. Property behind me here is chain-free, and it's on the market for $115,000. Now, I'm assuming you're going to have to spend a small amount of money on it, including the stamp duty will leave you with a total spend of around $120,000. Because it's 3 bedrooms, you'll easily get rent of $595, which gives you a good yield of 6%. The reason I love this for buy-to-let purposes is because of your proximity to the shops and schools in the local area. Well worth a look for your portfolios. It's on with iAgent Homes, and I'll put the Rightmove link in the comments below.
Thanks for that buy-to-let deal, Ian. You really should check out that. And if any landlords do want any help, then please do get in touch. Now for our usual lifestyle feature. Hi, we're back here with Ruth Elliott-Smith in Cuddington for our new feature, Ruth Reads.
Hello, today we're going to be talking about books for children. Remember books, those things that we had before tablets and iPads? Yeah, that's what I mean. Now, I'm rather old-fashioned in my choice of children's literature. There's nothing better than Noddy for me. And you've got a great variety of Noddy books. Noddy Goes to Toyland, Noddy and Big Ears. And they're just great, I think, for young children. They get them interested in reading. A bit like the Rupert books as well. I quite like Rupert Bear. And there are lots of pictures on, colourful pictures to get young children reading at an early age. For children a little bit older, try the Gruffalo. I like Gruffalo stories. It's just a little bit zany, a little bit of a twist where the Gruffalo, who's supposed to be the big scary animal, is the animal who actually gets scared of a little mouse. And children love that sort of thing too, or at least my children always did. Moving on from that, going back even further, if you haven't read Kenneth Grahame's Wind in the Willows, even as an adult, it's time you did. It really is a lovely, lovely story of the countryside and life, how it used to be. And I can recommend that. It's the sort of writing that conjures up pictures in a child's head, rather than the younger children who like books that have already got pictures in them. And moving on, of course, from Wind in the Willows, there's Winnie the Pooh. Now, who can resist Winnie the Pooh and all those wonderful Pooh books between the adventures between Christopher Robin and all his toy cupboard full of animals. I think that's probably all the information that I have for you on children's books at the moment. So happy reading.
Hi, welcome back. We hope you found that lifestyle feature interesting. Now it's time for one of my favourite pieces of the show, Just Sold. Hello and welcome to Just Sold. This week I found a lovely detached country house which sold on Pinfold Lane in Plumley with Stuart Rushton & Co. for £799,000 in October last year. Let's take a look. As you can see from the front, this is a lovely period property set in ample grounds. Internally, the property is very traditional in decor, but is a blank canvas for buyers. The beauty of this property is the large plot in which it sits, which is around 1.5 acres, and it has 4 bedrooms. However, you are only around 5 minutes drive from Knutsford. Looking through, you can see that it's a traditional kitchen with a lovely Arga, and then all the way through, the property has been very tastefully decorated. You can see why this sold so quickly. I hope you also loved that property as much as I did. Take a look on Rightmove sold prices if you fancy being a bit more nosy. And now it's time for my market update. Welcome to my CW9 market update for March. I'll be producing one of these every month to keep you up to date with exactly what's going on with your local housing market. Please like and share so other local CW9 people can be kept up to date. Now, a great way to take a quick snapshot of the market to see how buoyant things are is to compare the percentage of properties that are under offer with the total properties on the market. I've done this for CW9, and currently over 40% of the total properties on the market in CW9 are under offer. This represents a very healthy market indeed. Believe me, most estate agents would kill for this sort of percentage under offer of their own stock. Now, going into more detail, I'd like to look back to March 2018, when there were 303 properties on the market in CW9. This is compared to 311 in March of 2019. The market in March 2019, in terms of stock, is incredibly similar to the market of 2018, where there were 91 new listings last March, 64 this year, 39 sales agreed, 48 this year. The main positive change year on year is that price reductions are down, with 35 last March and only 23 this March. This means that agents have priced properties much better than they did in the same period last year. Now, this of course doesn't tell the full story, and it's important to look in more detail at the housing market, and what's more relevant and important to you as the homeowner is current and latest asking prices and selling prices, and how long properties are taking to sell. I'm also going to break this down into the type of property to make it more relevant to you. The average asking price in CW9 is currently £357,400. Broken down into the 2 most popular house types in the area, the average detached house is £488,000 and semis £240,000. Very important here to compare the average selling prices. So I've looked at January 18 to 19, and the average selling price for a detached house was £352,000. And is £339,000 in 2019. For semi-detached, the figures are £157,000 and £193,000 this year. It's also important to look at how long properties are taking to sell. These figures are for the total time from a property being listed to being taken off the market and the buyers moving in. For the last 12 months, from March 2018 to March 2019, overall, properties are selling in a very similar timescale. Broken down into property types, detached houses are only taking 6% longer to sell, and CW9 semis have actually sold more quickly than the same time last year. They're selling 16% quicker than in March of 2018. Now, I hear you ask, what about the properties that haven't yet sold? I've looked at the most reduced properties in CW9, and today there are 46 unsold properties which have been reduced since they were first marketed. The average reduction is nearly 7%, which, based on the average CW9 house price of £357,000, means average reductions of around £25,000. In summary, the CW9 housing market is healthy and buoyant, with property stock totals being similar to the same period last year. The main difference is the amount of new listings in March, which was a lot lower than the same period last year. However, the amount of sales was up. This represents a good opportunity if you're looking to sell your CW9 home, as there is less competition at the moment. The average selling price of a detached house, although down slightly and a semi-detached up slightly, overall broadly remain the same in our area. This should give you confidence if you're looking to sell your CW9 home. However, as we've looked at the amount of unsold properties that have been reduced and still not sold, it's very important to be wary of estate agents who overvalue simply to get you on the market. I hope you got good value from my latest report. Please like and share so other CW9 homeowners can also be kept up to date. Hi, welcome back. That was one of 4 market updates that I produce each month. If you want to see all of them, please go to the CheshirePropertyBlog.com. And now it's time for Fresh to Market. Cheshire House Hunters. I'm out and about again looking for new to the market premium homes in the area. Today I'm in the lovely village of Norley. The property behind me here is a 4-bedroom detached, one of only 2 on this very small cul-de-sac right in the centre of the village. Now, this property is on the market for 425 with a guide price of 425 to 445, and it's recently come to the market with purple bricks. I will put the Rightmove link in the comments below. This is a fantastic family home, and if you know Norley, it's a very sought after Cheshire village. We have a thriving pub and shop just around the corner here, yet you're very close to Frodsham and Weaverham and Hertford as well. Well worth a look if you're looking for a family home in a semi-rural location. I suggest you take a look at this one. Hello and welcome back. That's a fantastic new house that's come onto the market recently. Well worth checking out.
Please tune in next week where we go to meet Rebecca Skelly, who's a very experienced conveyancing solicitor at Moss Hazelhurst in Northwich. If you would like us to put any questions to Rebecca, then please just comment underneath and we can ask her when we meet her.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.